Hey, it's Allie from Little Hill Homestead. We're coming at you today with the first of our Christmas cookie, I'm gonna call it a bake-off. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but it's the first of our Christmas cookies. We're gonna be doing, I think, one every single day until Christmas. I think that's what we're gonna try to do, but that's a lot of cookies, so we'll see what we can fit in. The very first one we're gonna make, brown butter Rice Krispie treats. You guys, we do a little bit of you brown the butter basically and make a very easy Rice Krispie treat. When you brown that butter, it makes them fantastic. Plus, I have a couple tips to make them like the best you've ever eaten. Like, come on. Just keep watching. You're gonna wanna make these. I have 1 stick of regular old butter. You can use salted or unsalted, just your preference. I didn't want to put you through the agony of watching a stick of butter melt, but it is 1 full stick that I have in just a pan. I spray some cooking spray around the edge. That just keeps it from the marshmallows and everything sticking really badly. We are gonna brown our butter. It's super duper simple, and if you have it over pasta, people ask for recipes, and so I'm gonna give it to you right now. It's the easiest thing. So butter will do just this. You have melted butter. But if you kind of move it around and put some air in it, it does something magical. It does take a couple minutes, but this is what makes these Rice Krispie treats stellar, in my opinion. I'm trying to get the heat up. I kind of use the back of my spoon and kind of just spin it in a circle. I'm using an electric stovetop. That's what we have. We just have an all-electric house, unfortunately. So my burner is a small one because I'm using the other one for something else right now. But if you watch, see how it's starting to get little brown colored bits? You kind of see the bubbles will start to change a little bit and get foamy as we're doing this too. But you want to have lots of those little bits throughout this. Okay, you see the bubbles over here are starting to form a little bit differently. We're getting a little bit of that brownness going on in the middle. But you got to keep your butter moving pretty consistently. If you don't, it's going to burn, and it'll burn quickly. So once you start to see it doing this, you just got to stay on top of it. Do not walk away. I have ADHD when I'm in the kitchen, and I like to try to multitask, and sometimes most of the time I'm really bad at it. So this is one, it's like cooking bacon. You just gotta stay right here. So just keep on stirring it. Luckily, the rest of this cookie recipe goes together rather quickly once you get the butter browned. But like I said, that's why it just takes some time. I'd speed it along if I could, but okay, you see that beautiful brown that we're getting? That is what we are aiming for. Okay, we're just about there, I think. But isn't it crazy? It's just butter. There's literally nothing else in here at all. I do find salted butter does this a little bit easier. We use unsalted butter in our house just because most chefs and pastry chefs use unsalted. They like to be able to control it. So we kind of swapped a long time ago, and we kind of stuck with it after that. Okay, you see the beauty? That is what we want. All right, we're ready for our next ingredients before this gets any hotter. I had my stove on high. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit now just so that this doesn't burn. All right, let me grab the ingredients. We're gonna add 6 cups of miniature marshmallows to our pan. We're gonna get those just stirred in until they're a little melty. I traditionally use these kinds of pans, not the non-stick, but when I'm doing this, I usually use a non-stick, but I wanted you guys to be able to see the brown butter, which you cannot see on a non-stick, so. All right, you want these just to incorporate, but not too long, because if you do them too long, they almost turn into like a candy, and it makes your Rice Krispie treats crunchy. Avoid that at all costs. We don't want to break any teeth. All right, that is just about there. You can see our little brown butter bits all throughout it. All right, I'm gonna grab our Rice Krispies. This is just 6 cups of Rice Krispies going in. You should have a strong arm for this part. If you don't, I often use my husband because I have a bad arm. But today we're gonna see if we can do it by ourselves. Okay, that was quick. Now this is the other key to these awesome guys. There's 2 more cups of marshmallows going in. I do these at the tail end so that when you bite into your Rice Krispie treat, there's little bits of marshmallow that didn't melt, and it makes them so good. All right, I'm gonna flip the camera around. I'm gonna put you on the counter on the other side, and we'll be right back. All right, I'm trying to get used to this like filming. I did not do it very well. 9 by 13. We're gonna put, this is avocado spray, but I'll spray that pretty generously. We have our, oh my gosh, you guys don't need to see me. Let me point it down. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't tip over. We're gonna take our cooked Rice Krispie treats, get them out of that pan, just pop them in our grease 9 by 13. Get water going in that pan as quickly as you guys can. All right, I spray my hands really well with this, otherwise your hands are gonna stick to that hot Rice Krispie treat, which is like hot lava. We don't wanna do that, so. All right, all you're gonna do is push it down into your pan. I didn't quite do enough on my fingertips. Push it down in your pan. Doesn't need to be compacted too far down, or again, it makes them really not chewy. That's part of what makes a Rice Krispie treat really hard, is just pushing way too far down and then overcooking your marshmallows. That's it. Let it get to room temperature, like let it cool back down. Then cut it and you can serve these bad guys. People are gonna ask for your recipe and you just tell them, oh, I didn't do anything special, it's just some brown butter. I will say, if you're gonna make them, we do use a full 16-ounce, 1-pound thing of the mini marshmallows. I love store brand products, but Rice Krispie treats are one that I feel like you can't skimp. We've used the store brand Rice Krispies, they're just not as good. So this time of year, splurge. If it's just for your kids, other times of year, that's going in my mouth. Other times of the year, just get them the regular one. But right now, if you're serving it especially to people, boom, there it is. All right, here's our beautiful Rice Krispies. I'll show you guys the finished product once it cools down. All right, I let these get nice and cool. It's actually cold outside today. It's in the 40s, so I just stuck them on the porch for a little bit. But I'm gonna show you how easy these are. Come on, can you put a Rice Krispie treat like that normally? No. I like big pieces, but usually when we give away a bunch of cookie trays, we have so many options on them that I like to do smaller pieces. Me, I'm gonna sit down with this whole tray. Let's be real, that's what my husband says. I say that all the time, and I do. We're working on that. I did finally stop doing the thumbs up though. But try recording yourself sometime. Like you're all by yourself in your house and you're talking to your phone or your camera about life, you know. It's quite entertaining, I will say, but. All right, you guys, okay. I'm gonna pull one of these apart for you just so you can see. Oh yeah, I mean, come on. It's delicious. These are the best. And I'm not gonna be biased because I made them. Best you'll ever get. I mean, those little pre-made store-bought ones in the blue wrapper, those are horrible. This, I could sit down and eat 9 or 10 of these without any problem. Super gooey, super delicious. And just a hint of like nuttiness from the brown butter. But it does change the recipe a little bit, so try it. You guys are gonna love it. Let's be real, you're gonna love it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe. We're gonna do, I don't know how many Christmas cookies we're gonna be able to fit in, but I think we've got like 12 on our list, so including that special one that I'm getting my husband to finally give you guys. So I'm looking over here because I have a list of like the recipes we have pulled out and stuff, but we got some good ones. So subscribe. There's a cookie that you want us to make over, oh, the next one's ready. If there's a cookie that you guys want us to make over our weeks of cookies preparing for Christmas, comment below. I'm down for a challenge, you guys know it, and I will definitely try to make them. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.